Hello there, welcome back to another exciting tutorial here on the Genius Studios Lab. I am Derek Keels, your host, and today we are going to be going over making globes in After Effects. And I know you're probably wondering, well, if this is an After Effects tutorial, how come we're looking at Photoshop? And the reason why we're in Photoshop is because this is where I begin the process of making my globes. I actually bring in a map into Photoshop and then color it the way I want it to be colored and then bring it into After Effects. And so that's what I do. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started and recolor this map that I have, this black and white map, and I will include this map in the project file link that is located just below the like button on this video. So as you're hitting the like button because you think this video tutorial is so cool, go ahead and download this map for yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and recolor it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to select and I'm going to hit color range, and then I'm just going to click on here on the map and just select a piece of land, and what it does is it selects everything that is that color. And you can look at your selection here, a preview of your selection and everything that is white is selected, and everything that is black is not selected. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK, and now you can see these little crawling ants, as they used to call them when I was a little kid in school. What that means simply is that it's showing you your selection. So basically all of my land is selected. So I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to pick a color. It doesn't really matter what color you pick. You can make your globe any color you want to, but I'm going to do a bright kind of a green and then just start to color it in with my paintbrush tool. And my paintbrush tool is going to color everything that is selected. Excellent. Now I'm going to come over here, select my marquee tool. I'm going to right click and hit select inverse, and basically that selects everything else that is not the land. It's just basically the water. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make the water a blue. If we can, hit OK. Come over here to my paintbrush tool and then color it. So now we have this map that is now no longer black and white. Actually, it was actually gray and white, but anyway, it's no longer black and white, but it is green and white. Just hit Control D, and that's perfect. And then we're just going to say File, and I'm going to save as. I'm going to say blue and green map. I'm going to call this green map 2. Hit OK and hit OK, and now that's saved. So now we no longer need Photoshop. Well, you need it, but we don't need it for this tutorial. And I'm going to go ahead and open up After Effects, and I'm going to come up here to say Composition, New, and I'm just going to do a composition that's 1280 by 720 pixels, and it's going to be 5 seconds long. Doesn't really matter what size your composition is. That's great. And then I'm just going to hit Control I to import my map that I want to use. I'm going to select it, and then I'm going to bring my map into my composition. And so now we have our map inside of our composition. I'm going to come over here to my effects and presets window and type in CC sphere, and I'm just going to click and drag, and voila, we now have a globe made from the map that we made in Photoshop. Well, not that we made, but that we colored in Photoshop rather. Now I'm just going to twirl down here on the rotation attributes, and you can see you can rotate on the X, and you can rotate on the Y, and you can rotate on the Z and whatnot. So that's pretty cool there. Just go ahead and reset those. You can also control the radius, so you can make it larger, you can make it smaller, however it is that you see fit. You can also adjust the lighting, and so you can change the intensity of the lighting here. You can change the color, you can change the height of the light, so where exactly the light is hitting, and you can change the angle of the light as well. So anyway, those are all little attributes that you can change, and of course you can change the shading, and these are all settings and whatnot that you can play with as you see fit. So there's a whole lot of parameters here in this actual effect. But what we're going to do is I'm going to just simply keyframe it on the Y axis. And so I'm going to come over here and hit the stopwatch. All of these attributes, by the way, are actually keyframeable. As you can see, it has all of these stopwatches, and you can keyframe your keyframe any of these the way you see fit. So it can really get complex, and really you can really do some pretty cool things. But I'm just going to do a very simple animation, and so I'm just going to select the stopwatch next to the Y, and I'm going to hit the stopwatch. I'm going to bring my current time indicator all the way down to the end, and I'm just going to change this into a 1. And so now it turns on the y-axis. And so, if I preview that really quickly, what we have now is we have this spinning globe. And so anyway, that's just about it. You can play with the settings, you can adjust the lighting and whatnot, and keyframe it as you see fit. For instance, the intensity, I can come over here, hit the stopwatch on the intensity, and then go all the way to the end and bring the intensity up. And then as it spins, the intensity of the light will get brighter and brighter. And anyway, something that's very, very simple. Again, I'm including the map here that I used in the project file that is located just below the like button, so you can go ahead and begin to animate your globe as you see fit. But this is a very simple thing that you can do, and it looks really good. And I hope this will help enhance your videos. Hopefully you learned something today. And so that's really it for me. And I guess I will see you on the next tutorial.